Alright guys, we're back on Sherman again. So, plan, excuse the wiring mess, trying to figure out where we're going to put this ECU at. But the plan is to change those gauges out. I ordered the glow shift, just a 6-panel or 6-gauge set. Comes with speedometer, tachometer, water temp, oil pressure, fuel level gauge, and a voltometer. I thought it'd be a good chance to make a video out of this, but here is the factory cluster, like 100% OEM. I'm just taking it apart. The speedometer and the tachometer fit right in. Like, not very much slop at all. You can see it's a nice, they fit around the edges. So those just land right in there. The smaller gauges, again, these are gonna look just like factory. That's the OEM hole. See the little ring around it? Here's my hole. You can still see just a little bit of that factory ledge right there. I'm literally just opening it up just enough to fit the gauge in with this little diamond grinder from Harbor Freight. Getting it going. It's just a little bit larger than the factory hole. So I'm getting it going and really just kind of reaming it out, pulling the bottom ones down and outwards and the top ones up and inward some to get the spacing. And that's it. I've been out here for literally like 5 minutes trying to fit these gauges. And there's 2, and those was already fit already. So, not gonna make a long video out of this. I'm gonna go ahead and get this finished up, and then we'll catch up with the wiring. And there it is, final product, guys. So we ended up finding some of these smaller indicators on Amazon. Drilled those out to fit. And just thread it in there, a lock ring. That one I still need to adjust just a touch. Yeah, not a whole lot of clearancing had to happen, even for gauges. You can see this one in here. We had to trim that out just a touch. The bigger ones come with their own rings, so nothing to adjust there. And same thing here. We had to clearance out some factory tabs just to set the little anchor brackets down in there. Yeah, and then it's hard to make a video with this glow shift stuff, guys. But here's your power harness. So all the greens are your signal wiring. So this one here is fuel level. So that one's going to run back to the fuel cell that we just put in on the last video. Get its signal on there, and then you've got adjustments. Where we at? Oil pressure, water temp, fuel level. So you got adjustments in there, and the directions will tell you what ohm reading each one goes to. So you just adjust it to what your fuel level sending unit is. Tachometer for the LS, that just goes straight to the tachometer signal off of the PCM. And then right here, all these wires come from glow shift already soldered in for your main power leads. Each bundle is already labeled as well. So speedometer plugs right into the back of your speedometer. So it gives you your constant, your ground, your switch 12 volt, and the headlight 12 volt. And then obviously the green wire is your signal wire. So as soon as you wire this into your headlight switch, the lights are going to dim down for nighttime driving. So very simple, not a whole lot of work involved at all. And then getting these gauges into the cluster, they fit very well. I mean, a couple of them are just barely touching. I could go in and spend some more time in it, but I'm not that concerned about it. This is not a show rig at all. You guys know what we do with this Jeep, so it will be in the mud, and I don't think the mud's going to care about, hey, there's not an 8-inch gap between them. So I'm just going to clean this up. Find this in the junkyard. It's usually like an overlay, but I did kind of bend it a little bit when I was trying to grind through it, so we may not use it, but yeah, we'll get it wired up when the motor's running. Oh, and even oil pressure comes with a new harness. Even an oil pressure sensor. You can get an adapter for whatever motor you're running with threads, and even its own water temp gauge. So really, pretty much all inclusive kits these guys offers. So, like I said, it wasn't a whole lot of work to get it to this point.